Guys, my name is Abdul Rahman and welcome to Learning Game. Guys, in this video tutorial of Android Studio, I'm going to show you just a simple application in which you will take some input from user and you will display it below in a text view. So if you want to take input from the user, in the last video tutorial I had created and showed you about the layouts, the different layouts that you can use in Android Studio. So what I'm gonna do is just create a relative layout because it is best layout. Whatever I can place an element wherever I want. So whenever you want to take input from the user, it is a text, it can be a text, plain text, it can be a password, it can be a number, it can be an email, phone, postal address, it can be a multi-line text, it can be a time, date, number, whatever. You can use these different kind of text widgets. So I'm just going to take a plain text and I'm going to place it here. So now what I'm going to do, this element is the plain text element. This is known as edit text. Edit text means that the user can edit this and place he can write something in this and he can submit you, just like a login form. I will create it in the next tutorial. So now you can do is, you see the code for this edit text is here. What I actually want to do in this application is, whatever the user types in this text view, edit text, it should be displayed below here by clicking on a button. So it will cover a few things in this you will cover very few things in this tutorial. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna place this button in a really correct position just below this name, and I will type it as I will select this edit text and I will rename this. You see the text is written as name. So what you can do is you go to the text view and change the text to enter your name. Okay, so now it will prompt the user to enter your name, and whatever the user enters, it will be showed in the text view. What you can do is, you can if I just zoom in a little bit, you see the text view has a text in it. What you can do is, you can create a text view and rename it with you can replace the text with empty quotations as well. It will create the text view, but it will not have any text inside it, so the user will see nothing here. So when I run this program, then it will be clear to you. So it is button and this is an edit text. So what I'm gonna do is, you see, the next thing I'm going to do is it is going to be in Java file. Then, because I have told you in the first tutorial that you can create your layout, your interface in the activity main XML, but whatever the functionality you want to be performed, it will be done in the main activity.java file in the Java class. So when I click on this button, the text, whatever the text user types, it should be displayed in the text view here. So what I'm gonna do is go into the main activity.java and I will create some the same kind of elements that I have created in activity main. I have you can also do it. You see, I have created an edit text, button and a text view. So what you can do is type edit. You see, when I type edit text, it also shows me the library file of that, and it will automatically include when I press enter edit text, and you can create my edit text, and don't forget to put a semicolon at the end, and then you can create is a button my btn, I will type it as, and same for the text view. And make sure you create all these before on create method. If you don't, then it will cause an error in your application. And now what you are going to do is you have to type cost, you have to reach that element. So these are different kind of edit text and buttons. Whatever you create in activity main, you have to somehow get the value of those text views and buttons and edit text. So what you gonna do in Java file is you have to typecast them. So what I'm gonna do is you have to type in each and every application like this: edit text is equal to edit text, and I will type as find view by ID. Come on, give me suggestions. And r dot id dot. So what is the ID? The ID is that I have set the ID, whatever the ID I have set for this text view. Now this is edit text. You can copy it from here and paste it, and if you know, you can type it as well. So I will put the semicolon at the end. You will have to do same for the button. You see, this is never used. So when I have used the edit text, my edit text, so now I'm going to use my button is equal to same find view by ID r dot id dot. And you see it also already shows a few IDs that are created in this application. So what is the ID of my button? It is button. So what I can type is button. Okay, and at the end I put a semicolon. Same for the text view. Now once the typecasting is set, this is the logic now that I'm going to show you what you will do. Now there are some methods in Android Studio that when you click on this button, there is a method that is called onClickListener. onClickListener, it is meaningful name that whenever you click on a button, what will it listen? It will listen and it will perform some action, whatever you will type in the method. So let me just before I type the method, just describe you these lines, that you have to typecast these. If you don't, you will not able to change the values or get the values, get the results from the XML file. So this will be some error, and by default you have to do these. So what actually I want to do is whenever someone clicks on my button, you see everything I have now reached to button which is an XML file. Now my XML is pointing to the same location, you can say, just in a sense. So now you will type it as my button. With the dot operator you will call the method. You will call set on click listener. You see this method is already here. You can press enter and it is asking for an argument to be passed or a parameter to be passed. You have to type new on click listener. Now this is the default method of a button, that whenever you click on my button, what action should be performed, whatever the action should be performed, it must be written inside on click method. Now there is a method in which there is another method on click which is being overridden by us. So what functionality do I want to perform? I want to get the text from edit text, and I want to put it into the text view. So let's type the logic of that. Now you have to type my text dot, there is a property set text. Now the set text will take some characters which are in a string format. So this is a property my text dot set text. What it will do is whatever I type in a double in given in double quotation, or if I pass it something a string to it as a parameter, it will set that text to the text view that I have created in activity main.xml. Now I want the text which is written in edit text to be placed, so I will type my edit text dot get text. Get text will fetch each and every single character that the user types. So I have already told you that set text takes character sequence, so you have to convert it into strings. So there is another method that you will call toString. ToString means that it will get the text from edit text and convert it to toString. Then it will be passed to set text as a parameter, and it will set the text. So just for the demonstration purpose, let's run this application and check the desired output. So it's installing and launching the activity. You see yeah, there is my application. So you see when I click on it, the keyboard is opened, and this is a problem that I will solve now. You see that I have to remove this text before I type something. So now I will type learning aim. Okay, now I will click on button, and you see the learning aim, whatever I have entered in the text view, it is written, or you can say moved to the text view that I had created. Now the user did not know that there is a text view here, but I have set this kind of 1 2 3. Let's test it again, 1 2 3. And now to set one more thing, that when I run the application, my text my enter your name is written before, I have to remove it. What you can do is, there is simple solution for that. You see, if you click on edit text, there is this is the text that is being already showed. You have to cut it from here, and there is another property hint. You can paste it here. Now whatever you will type in here, it will be shown as a hint to the user. So now let's run this application one more time and show you that now this time we don't have to remove the text first, we just have to type the name directly. Now the application is launching, and it's installing APK, and now it's launching. Yeah, you see it is launched. And now if I click here and type something, if I type anything and click on button, you see now this time I don't have to remove the text that was written before. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please subscribe, comment below and like, and thanks for watching.